What's going on, guys? Good morning. Here at the yard, getting the truck fired up, doing a pre-trip walk around, make sure everything's good. Be a little bit of a busy day today. We're running up to Jacksonville. First thing, we're gonna go get loaded right now. We're gonna come back down and then possibly head back to Vero Beach. So be a lot of driving today. Little bit of a busier day for sure. But it is early morning. It's about 3 a.m. We're here in Coco. Let's head up to Cape Canaveral and get loaded. Check in with you guys then. What's going on, guys? So we're leaving the rack now. We just got loaded up, heading up to Jacksonville. A lot of trucks starting to come in now. That early morning truck rush hour is starting to happen. So we're getting out of the rack at a good time. So we're gonna make our way up to Jacksonville here. We're gonna get unloaded. Hopefully we won't have run into any delays up there. And then we got a second load for Vero Beach, like I told you guys earlier, which I'm gonna double check on because I've been bringing them a lot of fuel lately. They're a much smaller airport, so you know when you're out here hauling fuel and you start running into places like that start getting a lot of fuel, a little bit more than what they normally do, always a good idea just to double check. You know, make sure that with your dispatcher that they're supposed to be receiving that fuel, and you don't want to load it and realize that they can't fit it or whatever. So then you got to start finding solutions for it. Dispatch has to figure out who can take it, who has room. Do they gotta wait till tomorrow? So always a good idea just to double check, be sure. It's still a really cool morning out here. It's only about 69 degrees. Heading on the Cape. We are near the water, so it's a little cool over here, but it's perfect. So with that being said, let's make our way up the road. We're gonna stop at the Loves. We're gonna get some diesel for the truck. We're gonna get some coffee for me. So we'll check in with you guys then. What's up, guys? Just checking in. We're here at the Loves. Just finished getting some fuel. We're gonna go inside, get some coffee. Just doing a quick walk around. Making sure that everything is good. I like to give the truck a walk around every time I stop. Make sure that none of my tires are leaking air, not running with any flats or anything like that, that all my lights are operational and stuff like that. If you guys are heading down I-95 south, stop at exit 223. This Loves is brand new, super clean. Checking out, making sure that all my lights, everything is on. Kicking my tires. Like I said, I like to give it a walk around every chance I get, just to make sure that everything is good, nothing is off. Like to check on my caps, make sure that everything is good. All my lights. I know it sounds repetitive, but these are things that you always gotta watch out for. Make sure that everything's good and keep money off them tickets. So, just gonna run inside real quick. We're gonna grab a quick coffee and then we're gonna finish this trip up to Jacksonville. Get ourselves unloaded up there. So, check in with you then. Alright, guys. So I just wanted to check in real quick. We're pulling into the way station up here in Palm Coast. It's open. It's open every day. So as you're coming across the way, you see the speed limit sign right there. It says 45. I'm going to try to be doing that or just under it. They got these scales on the floor that weigh you as you're going over it. And then the orientation signals will tell you which way to go. In my experience with liquid, they usually want to weigh me because the liquid is constantly moving. So they don't get an accurate reading. We'll see what they say today. And they want to weigh us. So these these signals right here will tell you which way to go. Obviously, green is to pull in, red means you cannot bypass. Now, if you pull in and you're empty and they are the other way around, meaning the green is on the left-hand side, that means you can bypass the scales. You don't have to get weighed. However, you do have to pull in when the sign is open. So as you're coming up to the scales over here, there's a stop sign. You want to make sure you come to a full, complete stop as you're approaching the scale. Let the truck settle for a minute and then pull across. Keep your windows down. Turn off, the radio, whatever, because there's a loudspeaker out there. So if there's anything wrong, they'll communicate to you through that. We got two trucks in front of us. The first truck just got the green light. We'll see what they tell the guy in front of us. So you see, he just got the green light. So we're gonna go ahead and pull on real slow. You don't want to stop hard on the scales either. So you just want to pull on at a creek, maybe a couple 3 miles an hour. See, we got the green light. So they typically do that. They pull in all sorts of truck, as you can see. Regular dry vans, dump trailers, flatbeds. They put these guys over here to the right are just sleeping for the night. But typically with tankers, one trooper told me if a tanker's coming through full, they usually will get checked because that liquid is moving. So, as it's moving and shifting, sloshing around in the trailer, it throws the weight off. Alright guys, well, that was the weigh station, so let's finish up the drive up there, checking you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we're up here in Jacksonville, just getting off of 295, merging onto 95. We'll be at the airport in like 7 minutes. Got up here a little late today, ran into some really big traffic up in past Palm Coast, we ran into some traffic. I guess they were moving some equipment, and they had 2 of the 3 lanes shut down. And then they were setting up some sort of barricades or something, Jersey barriers, I don't know. It was just a little bit of a nightmare. That slowed us down big time. But we're getting up here to Jacksonville now, so fingers crossed when we get up to the airport there's nobody else there in line. So we'll see what happens. Nice morning up here, beautiful morning. It's 57 degrees up here in Jacksonville. A little cool, but I love it. Bends and these curves over here, guys, you gotta keep in mind to go slow, especially when you're in any type of truck, but especially in a tanker, because this curve right here, this would be the one to do it to you. You want to take it nice and easy coming all the way around, because you're kind of blind coming around it. You can't really see the bottom if there's any traffic that may be stopped, if there's a light or anything like that. So last thing you want to do is come flying around that corner. I did want to point out, somebody asked me, how can you get into tankers to haul fuel? So a few ways you can do it is, depending on the area that you live in, maybe you're local to like some farms that produce milk, that have their own tankers. Maybe they're looking for somebody to drive for them, maybe on the weekends, part-time. You kind of learn, get a feel for the tankers and stuff like that. Another way would be, if there's a pool construction company in your area that they do, they do in-ground pools and stuff like that. They fill pools. They'll have their own tanker. So with their own tanker, they'll be looking to maybe hire somebody for the summer, part-time or temporary. Hire somebody just to, drive the tanker, go around, fill pools and stuff like that. You still need a CDL to do it. So that might be a different way you might get your foot in the door. There's a guy who works for a gas company here where I'm at. I won't say who the guy is or the company. I don't want to do that without his permission. But I will say that he got his CDL about a year and a half ago. He said that he's had his about 18, 19 months. And he said that the company that he was with hired him right out of CDL school. They just extensively trained him. So, maybe that's something that, if you got a clean record, when somebody's willing to give you a chance like that, and you just kind of show them what you got, show them you can handle it, I don't see why that couldn't be an option as well. I'll be honest, it's probably a long shot, because I haven't ran into many people who've had that opportunity like that. But with the way that the market is today, you never know. Guys are looking, companies are desperate for drivers. Guys are looking, and they need people to move trucks. So you never know. You never know. It's definitely worth a shot. Jacksonville, and nobody is there. Man, you talk about a lucky break. You talk about a lucky break. Alright, let's get checked in here with the receiver. Let these guys know we're here, and touch base with you guys here shortly. Alright guys, you saw in that last clip, we were in Jacksonville, we got hooked up, gave the customer their sample, he looked at the paperwork, matched everything up, gave us the green light to go ahead and hook up. So now we're getting unloaded, probably be here about a half hour, 35 minutes or so. Their pump is pretty fast. It's a beautiful day over here in Jacksonville. 57 degrees, nice and cool. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's like perfect weather. For those of you who don't know, that's what the fuel truck looks like that fuels the airplanes. That's a 10,000 gallon jet fuel tanker that they use on the airfield to fuel the different planes and stuff like that. So he drove that over here to come and let me in. So as always, while I'm getting unloaded, I'm just walking around, just doing a quick during trip inspection, just checking everything, make sure that everything looks good, all my tires and stuff like that.
Hey, just lock her up for me.
You got it. Thank you. So looks like he says everything's good to go. So in the meantime, just gonna, like I said, just gonna walk around, just continue checking everything, making sure that everything looks good. I know that the pump is kind of loud, so I'm trying to stay away from it, so that way you guys don't really have to listen to that and hear it all the time. So once I'm done getting unloaded, I'll check back in with you guys. We'll wrap up here, and then we'll check in with dispatch, see what's going on. Supposed to have another load to Vero Beach. Not sure if that load's gonna fit, so before I even get loaded, they want me to confirm that. So that's exactly what we'll do. So check in with you guys in a bit. And that's pretty much it, guys. In and out, super fast. We got really lucky with this getting unloaded that quick. So we're just gonna pack up, do our paperwork real quick, check in with dispatch, and we're just gonna start heading south and get out of here. So that way this guy can get in. He's waiting to unload as well. So let's get our paperwork done. We'll check in with dispatch, and then I get back to you guys in a little bit, let you know what the plan is, figure out where we're going from here. See you soon. Alright, so as you guys can see, process is pretty much the same no matter where you go. With the few exceptions, but pretty much everywhere you go, it's the same thing. As you can see, I pulled in, left him the paperwork, pulled out my spill bucket, grabbed my ground cable, give him a sample, hook up and do all of that. You know, we're flowing pretty good right now. That noise that you hear in the background is the pump running. We have really good airflow today for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's my lucky day. Who knows? But we got really good airflow. Hose right there, running right to the pump, going into the tanks. So we're gonna let this unload, and we will, we should be done here shortly, hopefully. That's a nice shot right there. So when I'm done, I'll check back in with you guys. All right, guys. So we are done unloading down here in Vero Beach. So we are just going to start packing up. Like I said, the process is pretty much the same as most places you go. Only differences here versus other places is that we use our own equipment, our own hose. They don't have one here. They got the setup, they got everything else except. So use our own. Once you disconnect ours, make sure that you put the cap back on the drill pipe for the customer. Ground cable, that's all set. The pump is there. Pump is off. I'm not exactly sure how they do that. Let's grab our hose. So that's all set. Okay. So as you guys can see, we're packed up, ready to go. The customer's equipment is all set. Our equipment is all set. Sun is setting down here in Vero Beach, and we are gonna hit the road. Got about an hour and a half back to our yard to park for the evening, and then we're gonna get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have 2 more loads, one Orlando and one Zephyr Hills. So that should be pretty interesting. Orlando I've been to a bunch of times. Zephyr Hills I've only been to once, but it's a nice ride. It's a nice ride out there, a lot of country. So with that being said, let's get out of here and see you guys soon.